you spoke, but then I later saw you open another space saying that you were not given enough time. Even though everyone, as at that time, was given 3 minutes, you complained, and then you were given 5 minutes to speak. But then, even after that, you still come back again to open space against how you felt you were treated. Okay, that one went by, and then now this one. So I'm trying to get a sense in what is really happening or why you are doing what you are doing.
Okay, let me. If you go and check what I posted, I don't want to put it on Jumbotron, but it's in the comments. I intentionally left the timelines and how people were dropping and coming up. If you can, we all host spaces. You get. It's not rocket science. This is a technology that is all there to. If someone requested, I don't think there's anybody that has been on my spaces. We have had hundreds and thousands of people come through a whole space. And if you request, I will definitely see it and I will accept it. Because this is also something that we have seen a pattern with. And when you speak of the state police space, I made it clear. The doctor gave me the invitation to come to that space. If he had not even given me the invitation, I might probably haven't, I probably will not attend. I put it on my schedule, left whatever I was doing. If you remember that day, I was on the move, but I made sure I attended. The moment I came in, I waited for hours. When the moment I was supposed to speak, all of a sudden someone is telling me 2 minutes. When you know that security is something that I've spoken of, and I've worked on, I'm working on across the country. We have given the government security architecture to protect the country. So it just showed clearly that okay, my conversation or my input was trying to be silenced, which of course I had to. If you remember, when he was saying 2 minutes, nearly it was my turn to speak. I said no. It's either I don't speak at all, because if I'm going to speak for 2 minutes on insecurity and security and something as important as state police, then it's not being fair. And this what's his name? Shogun, I can remember clearly, the second co-host said, yes, this is something that you have to increase time to. He now said, okay, 5 minutes. You guys now agree 7 minutes so that I'll clarify everything here. Fine. I tried to because I prepared a 20 minutes conversation and a discussion. So I squeezed everything and summarized it to that level. Unfortunately, why I made sure that I had to talk was when this guy came, Chief came after me. Chief came and asked for the same timing. Oh, they should give him a few more minutes to speak. Then the energy that was given to Chief was now different. They told, oh, Chief, you can speak forever. No timing. Just speak. We know. And this is the same person that was trying to silence me to tell me I should speak for 2 minutes after inviting me. So is that the recordings are there? Is the space not recorded? I don't speak without. If you want me to put everything out, I'll put everything out. But when you try to have conversations with people for national development or national interest, the least you can do, I've stated it many times. You don't need to like that person, but the least you can do is listen to whatever that person has to say. I think that clarifies that on that. There is no need to be going up and down.
Yeah, like you said, there is no need to be going back and forth. At the end of the day, we all have the same goal. But then, for clarity's sake, um, you know, you host spaces. A lot of people host spaces. We have like a space where it's more like a general space. Everyone can just come in and out, speak. And then you have a space that you have guest speakers. And when you have guest speakers in a space, that guest is the priority in that space. or those guests are the priority in the space. And in the first piece for the state police, the chief himself, when he came in, he was actually given same number of minutes. But then the guest speakers, I think it was Honorable Bello Erufai that said um, he wants to hear what he has to say. So that's not from the host or the co-host. That aside, um, this one that happened today, for me, I don't see any personal issue or personal grudge with regards to you were not given the mic, because a lot of people didn't have access to that mic. There were so many requests. The time was very limited, and then at the end of the day, even in this piece now, it's not everybody that requests for the mic is going to get that mic. So why not just look at it like every other person looked at it? Hmm? I've been on spaces where I request for mic, I was not given the mic. I didn't take it personal. Like it happens.
Mr. Khalid, it is not about being on a space, because if you listen to that space, he kept on saying, "Oh, these Nigerians, if you want to speak and all that." If you know you don't want people to speak, or you are not doing it in the unity of ADC, tell us so that we don't come. But if you are going to invite people, and on the first one that you said, it was Dog, what's his name? Bello Erufai, that is totally wrong, Khalid. I can tell you that on all authority, because I have, in fact, I have the recordings on my own. I don't speak without knowing what exactly happened. And I'm telling you this. When the Mali chief said this guy said, "Oh no, you can speak. Take your time." Bro, I don't have time to discuss, people. But when something happens, I do not keep it, because I address it and I move on. And if you have stated it here, I addressed it that day. I have nothing against anybody, but when we are working for ADC, we are trying to get everybody united. We want to get the input of everybody to make sure that everybody knows everybody belongs in the party. Nobody feels left out. Nobody feels gagged. Nobody feels, silenced. Then we must make sure we do it without any form of hypocrisy on that. We have spoken on this issue. If there's anything further, I can post on, the recording, so that maybe you have a better clarification on that. Thank
Yeah,
you, Mr. Engineer.
yeah. So like so I posted it with, I don't need recordings to clarify or to know then your mic is giving me feedback. Like you said, I feel we are all grown ups, people in their mid 30s to late 40s or even early 50s. I mean, once something had happened which has been addressed, because I feel even if like this is your own perception of the whole thing in the first space, which was addressed in that space, then I don't see any reason to come again and open another space and continue talking about on that one. Then on this one,
Engineer, I think you are mistaking something. If you notice that space on state police, I made my stand. In fact, at a point in time, I didn't even finish talking. I was dropped. I had to. What's the use of inviting me in the first place? If you are, because the thing was stating, oh, state police was, the you are giving me feedback, engineer. The message from the space was, okay, state police is the way to go, and my stand was clear that you cannot talk of state police if it does not address the issues on ground, the security architecture of Nigeria. What would the state police that they are proposing, what will it address? And that was the question I gave on that space that they couldn't answer. And if you remember clearly, because you are the co-host, I still asked that same question even before the space ended. I said the problem we are having with our security architecture, the state police that they are demanding for, or they are saying they want to implement, what part of that security architecture will it solve? Because we can't be talking of changing names of problems and not actually tackling the problems, which is what made me brought up the examples of NEPA, ACN, and all that. You just change name, you don't change the real problem, you don't solve the real problem. But that is not the discussion for today. If you have a discussion on the ADC unity space and the question on Gagging and the rest, Atiku and Obi, followers, you can give us that so that others will not feel left out from the discussion. Thank you, Mr. Engineer Khalid.
Yeah, yeah, brother. And that was why I asked initially the topic whether it's a general um concern or related to the previous topic. I haven't cleared this. I think the most important thing, like I always said, is unity. Unity from the supporters, unity from the leaders of the party. Because for me, some of these divisions we are seeing within the ADC actually stems from what people are perceiving from the leaders. Because the public perception is those guys, everyone is just in there for himself. Obi is fighting for his own ticket. Atiku is also doing the same thing, and the rest of them, Rutimi Amici, and all the rest. Everyone is there. They're showing united front that is enough for the supporters to see it clearly written that you are doing my own candidacy, you're on your own. And that is why people still get these voices. This is where it stems from. But moving forward, if we can see more unity from within them, the way they move, their body language, I think it's going to kill a lot of this division that is in the ADC. I heard someone was speaking about the registration of members into the political party and all that. I mean, the NPS came in and then admitted because whenever there is an issue and that issue has been addressed, if someone made a mistake, he admitted to that mistake. Then we should all try to forge ahead and see how we can we can work the party, not come again and be scrutinizing that they are not doing anything and all that. When we talk about registration of the party that they've stopped the website, it's not just about creating another website. But I don't know, maybe you think it's just shutting down one website and then creating another one. Even the lowest level of JS2 student now can run into here and create a website for you. So it's not about just creating the website. It's about the issues that are surrounded within that. Even though we all have our frustrations with the party, but then they are still working to see this works. I I didn't even want to bring this out, but then uh, so that other people can understand some of the challenges they are facing is the initial website was actually done by the previous leadership of the party, and there is lack of information when Peter Obi, even before Peter Obi joined the ADC, it was announced that the online registration should stop until the party reconciles that issue with the former leadership and then the new one. Then we can proceed with the online registration. I think this was communicated. No, I know this was communicated before Peter Obi joined the party. But because there is disconnect between obedience and this election, like most obedience that were waiting for Peter Obi to join the ADC before they finally registered into the party, did not have this information. And as a result of that, immediately he asked people to go and register in the party. They now jump on that same website that the party had earlier. People should stop registering on that website. And that was what happened. And the party is saying the influx then shut it down completely until all these things have been resolved. So we've all been putting in time, effort, resources to see some of these things work. And we also have our frustrations, but at the same time, we need to be understandable. This is a new party with very limited resources, working on so many different things. It's slow, but then they are doing something. And we can hold them to account as why they are being slow, but then we also need to give them the credit that they deserve. Not just them, and also we also all need to play our roles respectively as stakeholders, as party members, as even Nigerians, so that we can remove APC come 2027. I've taken so much time. Sorry everyone if I actually spoke with your time, but then I needed us to all be united. I mean, there is no any faction in ADC, whether you are Peter Obi, whether you are Atiku, whether you have a difference with any other person, for one reason or the other, we are all one family. At the end of the day, if we understand that standings on our way are going to happen, but let's try and know that we are all humans at the end of the day, and everyone might sleep one way or the other along this journey. Is bound to happen. We are going to have turbulences and all. Thank you so much, Budget, for allowing contribution. Thank you. Matthew, thank you.
Thank you for your contribution.
Well said,
Engineer
Khalid.
Khalid. Yeah, you're always welcome. And your contributions are always welcome. So, the queue, I think you all know who is next.
Yeah, I'm actually the next.
It's supposed to be me. I don't know. After the last speaker.
Yeah, Mazi, you should have spoken. You dropped, and so let's just go with, since you are back now. We have Mazi, we have Malam, we have okay, we'll take a new queue after that. I think the rest have spoken. So
Okay,
that
sorry, I want to
Wait,
ask
Malam, wait.
a question.
wait
I know
now.
it's
Wait.
I've been patiently waiting here.
Please don't be Malam, please don't be
I'm sure.
disruptive here,
I'm sure you guys have seen how we have tried as much as possible to accommodate everybody and keep it civil. Everybody will have an opportunity to speak, and that is why a queue, Malam. Let's exercise decorum and allow peace to keep peacing, if I can put it that way. Our unity is very important. So we'll go with that queue as we stated earlier. Thank you all for joining. Those in the listener session, if you have a contribution, you are also welcome to contribute. So you can go, sir.
Okay, thank you. Before I say anything, I want to correct an impression. Malam, don't do this.
Please, can you
Don't
call
do this. No, don't do it, please.
It's not Malam. It's not Malam.
Engineer, please wait.
Yeah,
I'm done.
I'm not interrupting. I'm not interrupting. Don't call the queue again. That's all I want to do. Call the queue again. Sorry.
Okay. If you still want to speak, raise your hand so that we have we'll call the queue.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay.
Raise your hand.
Can
you mute? Wait. Can you mute your mic? Raise your hands. We'll call the old queue and add with the new queue so that everybody will just speak in that order, please. Okay, I can see 2 new hands. So we'll go with Mazi. After Mazi, we'll have Malam, then we'll have Mr. Jakes, then we'll have Engineer. We'll go with that order. Thank you for your patience.
Okay. Before I say anything, I want to correct an impression. When this guy was speaking the law, he said P2B got 6 million 8 votes, or he said 6 million 6 votes. Please, we are not stupid in this country, and we are not blind. And sometimes we pretend as if we don't know what is going on. And that is the reason why all these things are happening. And if we keep playing by this pattern of politics, whereby when we see something, we stampede it in order to fly what we feel like is necessary to suit our own narrative. We keep getting it on, and we'll also remain where we are. Everybody in this country saw what happened from River State to even Lagos State to Abuja. So different parts of the country, we know what happened. We know how the result was written, and we know how even the police with gun was beating and tearing ballot papers. We all saw this thing.
Mazi, it is
Wait,
common sense
no,
that
Matthew,
that
don't do this.
person.
Matthew, don't do
Mazi,
this. Matthew,
Mazi,
don't do
hold
this.
on.
Don't
Mazi, hold on.
No, don't do this. I'll just stay here.
No,
Don't do
Mazi,
this.
hold on. We are
Allow
not
me
fighting. We
to
are
say
not
whatever I want to
fighting.
say. No, I have my reason of saying this. Allow me to say
I
it.
just wanted to
Don't,
guide you. I just
bro,
wanted to guide you.
bro, I know what I'm saying. I know exactly why I'm saying this.
Okay,
Why I'm
go
saying
ahead.
this.
Go ahead. I just wanted to guide you. I'm not fighting you.
Thank you. Wait. Thank you. Wait. We saw everything that happened from beginning to the end of that election. We know what happened, and we know why APC was concentrating on people that was insulting or be giving them appointment. We know all those things. We saw what happened, and at the end of it, what happened? He was given third position. After he was given third position, Atiku was given second position. Now we all here witnessed everything that happened 2023, and we felt like nothing happened. And we keep flying with that result that INEC gave to P2B, which is very wrong. P2B never come third in that election. We all know. If we are very, very honest to ourselves and leave sentiments by the side and face reality, we all know that P2B never came third in that last election. But there was a reason for him to be in the third position. And that reason is what exactly is happening now. Because all people are master strategists. They have strategized how it's gonna happen. They have strategized it in a way. Let us give this young man third. Let us give Atiku second. So that when we are dealing with it, we will pronounce him as somebody that came third position. But we all know that it was Tinubu that came that third position. So what am I trying to say here? When we are trying to pronounce the election result and trying to work with statistics of election result, we should understand that this is what INEC gave to P2B, not this result, not P2B actual result. That is the correction I want to make. Then coming to ADC unity space, caution and gagging you here, you Obi and Atiku followers. You all know very well that all issues started with followers. I don't know how to put it. Overzealous work, followers working more than their leaders, and it started immediately. Obi said he had joined ADC officially after 31st of December. We saw different types of spaces trying to make Obi feel like he has to put it with Atiku. And that was when Obi followers decided to start responding to these guys. And which me myself speaking, I experienced being on space speaking, and some people have to guide me out of this space that I don't have to talk. And it is ADC space. And they have to remove me. Why? Because I'm saying that P2B need to be on that ballot for ADC to win that election. That Obi is still a sellable material currently now. Because, for instance, if there is age you will get to, people will not even get interested in you again. But there is age you will be a hot cake. And currently now, as Nigeria stands now, Obi is a hot cake. And anywhere Obi goes, the reason why what is happening in ADC is happening now, the presence of Obi in ADC. And if they move Obi from ADC, you will see what will happen.
Sorry for cutting. Are we selling our candidate?
We are talking about
Mazi, when I said
I want to ask. Let us go. This is
We are
your
not
space.
Mazi,
This is your Matthew. Mazi, I know your stand. I know
when
your
we
stand.
say we want to be guided, you say you don't want to be guided. Are you just joining this space? We have We are talking things. We are not talking here and lament why this was happening. That what is the way forward? What is what we are talking about? We are depending on the basis of what happened, why we are doing this. If we do that, if we do that, everything will come. We think they are not take policy. They are not taking that. Well, and the whole evidence for this is the people about is going to be going up now. I was about to get the results. If you are not speaking something, you are not speaking of how we can talk about how we can get this going forward. This is the I have my family, my family has started here. Please, thank you. Master, please, take on the topic. Go ahead. Okay. This is you take me. You are telling me to go ahead. Because those women are here, but for that, I was listening to that and I did because I was listening to him. Nobody got me to do it. But I started talking here. I looked at something. Started to get and the next one. And you are telling me that you do it. I listened to before. I was going to do it. When you talk, you give me out. When you talk, it's very high now. You talk, you can't get what you say. Which guy? Yeah. Because the guy that was speaking to him again and left. You spoke for how long here? You guys, you put him in place. So why would you try to put him in place now? People will get to say, people will get to say, you don't want this. You don't want this. People will say, talking of that means you need to be an individual. You have to fight your own about it. Why are you not asking them? Why are you trying to stop people saying why? Do you believe in leadership? I believe in leadership. There's a leadership here today, and that's what they say. That's leadership. Exactly. I don't. I believe in leadership will not win the leadership if you don't do the right thing. And exactly what you are doing now is not what you are supposed to do. Bro, we are talking about unity here. And when you are talking about unity, you need to foster solution. Are you speaking unity?
Yes, I'm speaking unity and fostering solution. But you are not trying to listen because you are biased.
Oh my God.
You just have to listen to me. Because I have seen people, I have listened to people speaking here who didn't shut them up. I don't see the reason why you have to shut me up.
Let me come here. I finished praying, but I think I had one or two things that I am extra interested. Mazi, even when the law was speaking, he spoke on the issue and the topic and why people are divided.
Exactly.
Why you should be united. Why it is necessary not to talk down on both, on all leaders.
Budget, when I was speaking, are you listening to me? I don't know if you are listening.
No, I just had it, but I just want to make it clear so that we don't have it.
I didn't come here. I didn't see. I was speaking. Engineer IK said, "Are we coming here to sell our candidate?" The next one, Matthew now gagged me. Start telling me that I'm selling my candidate. We're talking about unity and
no.
And hold on. I want to say something. Remember, it was engineer's topic and point of view that I used in making reference when I started speaking here. Because if we are trying to foster a solution, we have to make sure that every issues are standing have to be put in place. You can't, me and you will not fight now. Me and you will not fight now. Me and you will not fight after fighting. We didn't make peace. You now start telling me that let us foster peace. When that thing that is inside me that is helping me and still carrying it in my mind.
Mazi, let me just address this because I know there are sentiments, and on other people's cases, I cannot, hold them accountable. And that is why I keep telling people, do not hold or be accountable for the actions of his followers, or Atiku accountable for the actions of his followers. If Atiku does not tell you that this is because of someone that is following him, that you are holding that grudge over Atiku, it does not make sense. If Obi does not say this, and it's because of someone that is following Obi that is saying it, and you are holding Obi responsible for that statement, you are not being fair to Obi. And this is the unity that we're, because I've been on spaces, some spaces I will just go because they know someone like me that is neutral, that is, speaking on the side of the ADC and the people, and will not, support anybody that is causing division or abusing any leader. Immediately they will be hostile to me. But I'm used to such environments, but it does not help our cause. That is the main thing that we all have to understand. The anger we are building or the hate we have for any of our fellow brothers and sisters in the coalition, in the country in general, it does not help us. I know a lot has been said, and that is why we are holding this space. A lot has been said from any camp, whether it's the Obi camp or the Atiku camp or whatever. And there are some people that are having between themselves. But we must dead those things and work together in our own interest. I've said it time and time again. It is Operation Save Nigeria and Nigerians come 2027. Our people need us. They need every one of you here. Let's, everything has been said. It's not Obi that said it. It's not Atiku that said it to you. People put their personal sentiments, in play. But just try and overlook it. Let's look at unity. Let's look at, how we can all work together and we have a better country. Please, I'm urging us to have this united front to save
Sorry,
ourselves.
budget.
We can
You
compromise.
have really stressed this enough, and I perfectly understand your point of view. These are issues. See, this country that we are living in today, the reason why things are going wrong is if you carry shit, rub it on my face, and I tell you that you rub shit on my face, and you start telling me that I'm making noise. Somebody came to this place and spoke for almost how many minutes, saying that P2B got 6 million votes. And when I started speaking, I tried to correct that impression. The next one, they started saying that I'm selling my candidate. But we all know that that thing he said here was a total lie. And the reason why for this ADC is to make peace and bring all these leaders together. And all of them, even the leaders, even that call themselves the leader, they fuck up. Those leaders there, if they know what is right, they would have put it. Wait, listen to me now.
I will draw the line. Wait, listen. I will start addressing what the Lord said earlier. And to be fair to him, he's not here. But when he said, or what he said earlier was based on the data on ground.
Exactly.
It does not matter whether someone got votes were stolen from the Obi camp, it was stolen from the Atiku camp. We cannot start putting, ideas from or quoting things from the sky. Or quote what is already on ground, and which is what he said. Refer to each other. All these things will not help us. And on the leaders, I've said it. Anybody that is trying to talk down on the leaders or abuse the leaders in the coalition is not doing the right thing. If you are trying to disrupt the progress ADC has done so far to give us a platform that will save this country and save Nigerians, you are not doing the right thing. And you are part of the problem we are having. Because you must understand what we need to do and where we are having problems so that we can all forge ahead together. Do not talk down on any leader. As I will not accept anybody talking down on Obi, I will not accept anybody talking on Atiku or Anichi or Erufai and all that. These are the people you are going to work together with their followers. Everybody, we all have to put our hands on deck to save this country. I think you can understand this clear fact. Mazi, that road you are trying to follow now, I want you to just try and retrace your steps so that we can keep moving this ministry to the permanent side. Thank you. You can go. I've unmuted, but your marks will keep you for a few seconds. You can speak now, Mazi.
Okay. Thank you. You see, okay, I've heard you. I don't want to stress this. But when I was talking about leaders, I'm not calling any of the four people you mentioned now. The reason why I said that, and I said it because of Bele Momodu. That was why I said that. And you know that he's bringing this unity in ADC. And you cannot be doing that at the top and expect those followers to be doing different ball game altogether. It doesn't work like that. Me and you knows
But
the role. Wait. Me and you knows the role Tele Momodu is playing recently on national TVs. And these are not the things that leaders are supposed to be doing. We, the supporters of these candidates, Amechi has his own people, P2P has his own people, Atiku has his own people. Let me call it the three contenders now. They have their own people. So when you cannot fight Amechi supporter, I mean, you cannot talk down on Amechi on national TV and expect somebody that believe on Amechi ideology to keep quiet. And you cannot come to, there is one space I saw today or yesterday where somebody wrote on the caption that Obi and his supporters should leave ADC, that they should leave ADC. I don't know, one guy that was hosting that, I don't know that guy's name. These are the issues. See, when you are talking about peace, when you are talking about unity, when you are talking about bringing house in order, there are some.
Mazi, you see why you are not a very sincere person. You were also on a space where they said PO is the heir in the ADC. Move PO from ADC, they will die a natural death. You were on that space yesterday. And you did not find anything wrong with that space. It's another space that is trying to counter a new. See, we are not here for this place. We are not here for what a party is talking or the other party is not talking. As I said earlier, if you continue on this trajectory, we will end up messing this space up. Please, I beg you in the name of God. I beg you in the name of God, speak way forward for the ADC and forget this lamentation or genesis of what has happened in the past or whatever. Because if you continue on this trajectory, it's not helping the essence for what this is created for. Please, we beg you in the name of God. If you are done talking, let us know. If you don't have any other thing to say, we can move the mic to someone else. Please, I beg you again in the name of God. Please.
Going further, I wanted, before Matthew gagged me up, I wanted to use 2014 confab as a case study of what can be done in ADC to solve some of all these issues. Because I believe that some people feel that they are being shut off, they can't do one or two things, right? 2014 confab would have solved a lot of problems in Nigeria, but it was swept under the carpet. And we are left where we were before then. And what was happening is still happening. So, coming to talk about this now, the whole house needs to come together as one. We need to understand the fact that the aim and the goal of APC, if truly is what it's meant for, is to remove APC from office. And both the supporters and the leaders have to have one mind. And what is that one mind? You need to sit down you need to sit down very well, like sit down, bring calculator, be on draw a board, come to the drawing board, check, plus, minus, calculate, check statistics, check what is on ground, check the way forward, check how can we win, because I believe that winning football has to do with statistics and calculation. And so also politics. Politics has to do with calculation and numbers, right? So as it stands now, because APC is not, doesn't need your vote, it is as simple as APC. They don't need your votes. They know that the country is not happy with them. So we need to come back to the drawing board as ADC and talk of how do we win this election and secure our vote and protect it and come against them when they say that our vote is not what is going to be announced. These are the things we need to say. This is what we want in ADC. So the leaders have to give us the confidence that when we look at them, we say, yes, these people, they are doing what is right. We are relaxed. Not when my leg is playing for Barcelona, the other one is playing for Juventus, the other one is playing for Arsenal, but we are still in one team. It can never, they say that divided house can never achieve anything. Currently now, there are division in ADC. And the leaders need to come together and make us understand that we are one. And there is no faction in ADC. The earlier we do this thing, it will help us. But playing mind game and keep making us understand the fact that everything is all right, when deep down we know that things are not really, really all right, it will not go well with us. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
Much
thank you
appreciated,
for your contribution. Yeah, thank you for your contribution, Maz. Uh, your opinions and this thing are always, welcomed. As you know, we want to change this culture that we are seeing in spaces where this toxicity is becoming too much. We have to work together. We should be, by now, we should have gone further than where we are today as a people. It's not just the party, it's not just the leadership in the party. We also have to play. If we don't play our own role and we expect things to just magically happen, I think we are not ready to, save this country and save ourselves. So, as I've seen from when you started and from how you submitted, I can see that we have had progress. So, thank you for your contribution, Mazi. The next speaker can go.
Yeah, thank you very much, Budget. Salam alaikum to everyone in the house. So I didn't intend interrupting when the last speaker wanted to speak. I wanted to ask Engineer Khalid a question before he leaves, and he has left. That question was, he said there was a circular informing people not to register online, but some persons, because they are outside waiting for when PW will join before they will come in, so they didn't get such information. I wanted to ask him which national television or even Twitter was this information posted. If you go to Bolaji handle, the National Public Secretary, just search registration. There are 3 posts there. Search online. There are also 2 posts there. None of them, if you look at the dates were 11th January. None was before December 31st when Peter Obi joined. So I wanted to ask him that question. When you guys started raising, there's no commotion here, don't come across commotion here, don't it harmless question. I wanted to ask the young man. So I don't know if anyone can answer that question before I take my submission.
Please ask your question again. My attention was
Yeah,
split for a
so
second.
he said that there was a circular instructing people not to register on the website. And because people were not in the party, they didn't get, there was a gap in communication. They didn't get the information. And I wanted to ask him who sent out that circular and which national television or newspaper was it captured or which Twitter handle sent out that? Because the Bolaji will always give us information about the party. If you go to his page and search for registration, there are 3 posts there. If you search online, there are 2 posts there. And none of them came before that 31st declaration where there was influx in the website. I was asking who did that circular.
I think yesterday we had a space and it was posted. So, but I don't have it, but I'll look for it and I'll post it on the Jumbotron. You can make your submission as
Okay, so do you remember the
that will
date?
be
Do you remember the date?
It was around July last year.
Okay,
I think within a few weeks after the ADC came about, because I remember from the onset when we were having these discussions of even ADC forming and those that were thinking it's not possible and all that, the discussion came up immediately after the ADC came. We had some spaces and we said, okay, now that the ADC is here, we look at what needs to be done. Then someone released a link to say go and register this and that, and we're trying to see which one is credible and all that. Unfortunately, we didn't have the communication that was needed until that circular came out. So or let me say that tweet came out. I know. I think it was Digi that posted it. So I will look for it. I'll just make your submission.
Okay,
Then once I get it, I'll inform you. Thank you.
okay, yeah. Because if I go to the site again on registration December 13th, Bolaji made a tweet on how ADC has commenced its membership registration. That is after the said July date. Let me just go my submission. So talking about unity, unity is a very powerful, and united we stand, divided we fall. So in unity of the Nigerians, unity of the voters, especially the young ones. And that's something I posted the comment section where we're also trying to unite all Nigerian students, university students, and know how we can impact in them and also sell the idea of a new Nigeria to them after impacting on them. So if you know any students, university students, undergraduate or masters that may be interested in learning some skills, in being empowered in data analysis of various kind of quantitative data, and preparing of their CV, trying to impact them, and also especially the final year, guiding them on how to do their thesis writing and the rest. Because we notice some of them contracted, the people pay them. So we want a situation whereby they can do these things themselves and can even help others analyze their data and make end meet. So it's on the comment section. It's being powered by the Obedient Ninjas. We started that last year, but we are commencing again this year, and starting next week. We hold every Thursday, as the case may be. Now, on the issue of our party, the ADC, so I was thinking we can do something different that will strengthen the unity of the supporters of each candidate. And also, if we do something different, it will also energize, motivate the Nigerians so that we have a high voters turnout that will overwhelm whatever rigging plan that the APC will have. How do I mean? When it comes to, we are in digital age. So when it comes to this registration of a thing, I've had some cases where, okay, go online and register and then go to your ward and collect membership card and the rest of them. So my suggestion is this: as the website is being upgraded, those that are close to the leadership can suggest to them, why can't we have a digital signature of the chairman, who is the only person that can have the authority to sign a particular membership card or the rest, or thereabout, or whomever it is, can have to signature. They incorporate that so that wherever you are, you will be able to register and then download a card that that's digitally signed, and you can print that with whatever feature. If they incorporate that, and in the database, the world chairman and world leaders will also have access to various persons that filled in that world. What do I mean? If we, for example, in our research, we design a Google form, and different people from different regions, you'll be able to collect it. It enters different database so that people in that region can have access to the members there. So if you can incorporate that, it means that those guys that are in diaspora, what kind of go ahead that diaspora remittance in Nigeria is in billions. So, and if those guys in diaspora are willing and they are ready to be members of this agency, it means that you are trying to make it easier for them to register, because in the future they will be one of the financiers of this our party. And again, someone like me, maybe I'm in Port Harcourt, for example, I voted in Port Harcourt last time, but in this APC membership now, if I want to go back to anywhere my parents, my other relations are, and then I want to go there and take my membership in the world, I think it will be a Herculean task. But if there's an online registration, whichever city I am in Nigeria, I'll be able to register, download whatever I am. I'm not interested in doing my politics among the place where I stay, maybe because I'm not used to the people around that area. So what I'm trying to say in essence is this: they can incorporate something different from other parties have been having, so that we have a seamless process of registration and being a member. Then on the other hand, too, somebody said, what is the way forward? Aside a unity of the party, which should be, if we are being realistic, to be difficult because the key persons here, the obedience, the articulate, these are the two most prominent. There have been a political enemies in 2022, 2023. Political, I use the word political enemies. So again, they're coming together now. So, and they just came together a few days ago. And so, preaching unity, that is fine, but I believe every one of us, we are all mature, we are all adults. So the question is, so we all know that when we come together, unity, we are stronger, we work together. So why are we not working together? Why? What's the issue? So we all know the individual problem, we all know the individual solution, and we all know that when we come together, we'll be stronger and work, right? So, but the question is, why are we not? Why are we not? And what is the issue? And how can those issues be solved? That is one. So I will end with this. In ADC, different from APC, because that will also show, as it is right now, APC seems to be more united, I mean the supporters, than the supporters of the ADC. They are different factions. Okay? Now, how can we do that? So, if we look at our president, if you look at what we are doing as members and our leaders, what we are doing, or the characters of our leaders, or the perceptions of our leaders, and ourselves too, the supporters, what are we doing different from the APC supporters? What are our leaders doing different from the APC leaders? So the moment we begin to point out this and call them out, that shouldn't be seen as an insult, but hey, we're calling you, want to be different from APC. Hey, come back, come back. Want to tell this part. Let's show Nigerians that we are different from APC. So that if we eventually have a candidate, we'll begin to sell to Nigerians. Those of you that are grassroots, I have been in touch with the university students. So I'm giving a feedback now from what I'm doing. So when you do that, so the question is, they tell you all these people are the same. I'm tired. I don't have hope again. So what message can we sell to Nigerians that here we are different from APC? Give us a trial. Give us those enough. So I can only do that. They can only find that if we, the supporters, our lifestyle is sick. It's different from the lifestyle of those supporting APC. If we are telling them, hey guys, see, my students, see, our leaders, see their quality, see their lifestyle. It's different from the lifestyle of those guys you see in APC. If we are not seeing this thing, it will be difficult. No matter how united the members of ADC are, it will be difficult to even buy Nigerians to see, hey, we are different from these guys. I know why I didn't want to, I just want to remain civil. I don't want to call names, go direct, give side example, not to keep this place heated up. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Nolan, for
Was
your
it Khalid?
contribution. And I want to touch on what we are doing differently in the ADC because it is very important. Because this is something that I've spoken time and time on, but you can never get tired of telling those that are unaware. You see, there is a reason why ADC wants to be different from the current status quo, and not just that, from other political parties. If you have been following what is going on, you see that we are going to have a handbook. You can call it the orange book, you can call it a blueprint for all aspirants in the party. Because majority of the times when we speak, you hear people just focus on presidency, forgetting that to run a country, you need far more than just the president. In fact, the work is down at the grassroots. You need governors, senators, reps, state and federal levels. You need councillors, you need chairmen to work, do the diligent job that is, given upon them so that we can have a country that works for all of us. And this handbook we are going to have is going to do just that, and is going to state clearly what the ADC is going to do and what ADC stands for as a party. They have spoken, I think, even when we had Mr. Kenneth the other day, he spoke on it. He said it will soon be out. And that was the question I asked. We spoke also with Mr. Bolaji. I think someone asked him on that space that ended. He also said the book will be out. And this is where I want all of us to, put our attention. Once that book gets out, we are going to dissect it, we're going to have deep conversations, because that is where we need to take to the grassroots. Majority of the times, if we go down, to meet Nigerians, before you even tell them their problems, they are telling you, I've told those wicked people, 2015, we had far less to get APC in power today. 2027, the materials we have, we cannot even quantify it. Is it on security? Is it on our food security? Is it on our healthcare sector? Is it on our electricity? Is it on the negligence? There is a lot of our economy, even the intention of the present government towards our people and our country. So these are issues that when the time comes, we are going to paint it well to Nigerians. So if you have that, booklet that shows how we or what we stand for as a party, it is going to be also helpful for those who are not aware to know and to help take the message down to the grassroots. So thank you for your contribution.
Yeah, sorry, I have a question for you, please. Sorry. So, my question is this: the existing party, PDP and APC, they have their policy documents. So Nigerians, we have heard all those good things on papers, be it on booklet or whatever. So, but the question is the individual that we handle, implement those things. That was what I was asking. What's the difference between the individual that will implement that from those that have been implementing that of APC and PDP and other parties? I think that's the main thing. So the individual, the lifestyle, yes,
Mala,
that's where I'm coming from.
Mala, maybe you didn't join us when we started. If you joined us, you'd have had the answer to your question. We are making sure, if you look at the body language from the ADC and the leadership, the party will run supreme. And that booklet is not just coming out for fancy or for us to look at and admire. It is going to be a social contract between the people of Nigeria, the party, and the candidates themselves, so that whoever is going to emerge and win his election will know that he has to work on that lines, that he does not leave that line. Just as you said, that is a clear difference between the APC and what ADC is doing. No party has given its aspirants or is going to give its aspirants a social contract to sign and to work with. We want to make sure that we show Nigerians that what we are doing in the ADC is totally different from what APC or PDP, as you call them, or LP, have done in the past, so that we can build a new generation of politicians that will work with an ideology, that will work towards a line, that will give us permanent solutions to our problems in this country. So thank you for your contribution.
What's his name? Bolaji also said that on his face. And he said, he made it categorical. He said, let us even use the examples. He said, let us even use the Awolowo free education, for instance. So if the APC is saying, for us as a party, we would deliver free education for our people or to our people, whosoever becomes that candidate is implementing the party's agenda and not his personal agenda. So the party has an agenda that it represented. So that is a social contract per se. So whatsoever the party has put together, whosoever becomes the candidate or winner of that election that comes from the ADC will implement. That was what he said, and anybody who was on that space must have gotten that take from what's it called, Bolaji, when he made such comments. Please, who is the next person?
Yeah. So
Who is the
yeah,
next
my brother,
person?
I heard that he said so.
Malam,
Who's the next?
I heard he said so.
Malam, I know we have given you enough time. You spoke to ask questions. I don't want others to feel like they are gagged because there are still people that are requesting the speaker section is full. I don't mind me dropping you so that others can speak. Stick around. The moment others leave and the space is created, just request, I will bring you back up. In fact, if you don't request, I can send you requests. You understand? So that we can all have everybody and accommodate everybody in the conversation. Thank you for your contribution once again. The next speaker can go, please.
Yeah, go ahead, please. Jakes, go ahead if you can hear me.
You are muted. If I muted everyone, so I've been trying to.
Yeah, it was unmuted. It was in your mouth. Don't mind him. You can go, sir. Mr. Jakes.
All right. Good evening, everyone. And I just want to do point out something here. Before I even start my submission, I just up something that once a PO person is speaking here, there is quite a little bit bias on the leadership of this place, because I also listened to the guy that spoke, the law that spoke, the person that was speaking grammar here. He was digressing to a whole lot of things that was pushing it to P2B's supporters. But that is by the way. But I just want us to have a more control on that. We are talking about ADC unity space, caution on gagging the new Obi and Atiku followers. I think what we are doing here is very paramount for the successful of this for the successful of 2027. So I would just say that the people that we are working with, or people we wanted to remove from power, are already canvassing canvassing people to join them. They are going to in fact, they are not even making enemies. There are as many as that want to join them. Whether they have issue with them before, they are they are making their home, they are making their own platform to be okay for them to join them. But here we are fighting one another. That it must be this person, it must be this person. So I listened to the national secretary, public secretary, and what he said. I think focus should not even be, as it stands now, our focus should not be on our own candidates. The focus, yes, you can be promoting your candidate, you can be talking about your candidate, you can be saying what your candidate can do or what you think that he can do, but don't tag it to another person candidate. If you are promoting, just focus on what your candidate. My candidate can do this, he can do that, but don't come and say that your candidate is going to my candidate will be better to pair with this person. My candidate will be better to pair with this person. Let's just be talking about what my candidate can do if you want to protect, if you want to promote your candidate. But our focus should be on how do we build this party, because as it stands, I'm not going to go away. We have come to ADC to stay. ADC is the platform we want to use to take out the APC. And anyone that is on that note of, if anything didn't go my own way, that I'm pulling out, you're already giving power to APC. And there's no two ways about it. We've learned let's focus. Things happen for us to learn from them. We don't just learn things, and things don't just happen, and we just experience it and move on. We move on, not just moving on. You move on and learn the lessons that you learn from it should be with you forever. Because that is even why the experiences that we go through school, that doesn't take away the experiences that we earn. All the things that happen through, we still have those things in the palms of our fingers. So as it stands now, what did we learn from 2023? We shouldn't allow 2023 to repeat itself. If we are trying to pull out, if things didn't go our own way, we are repeating what happened in 2023, and you are giving these people opportunity. You are giving them you are giving them the whole the whole opportunity to repeat what they did in 2023. But if we are together, no matter who emerge as our candidates, as we have come to ADC, in fact, I even want it to be part of the thing that is going to be banding the people in that in ADC, that if things didn't go your own way, you can't even leave the party. You just need to, because this one thing. If there's nothing I learned from APC, from the time that things didn't go their own way, majority of the people in APC didn't want Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2023. But there's something that they did. As soon as they emerged him as the party, the flag bearer, they immediately they readjust and try to work together, no matter anything. And that makes them to, in fact, irrespective, it was even, you all know what happened, but it also contributed for them to work together. So no matter whatever, let's try to focus on that unity. Let's focus on whoever get that ticket. Whoever get that ticket should be our focus. Now yes, they said July, June, July. June, July, for us to get to know who will be the party bearer. It can also the flag bearer. It can also be a strategy they want to use to not to know to work against um, the ruling party. But I didn't say that. I'm not saying that is even a better strategy. But things are not. We are not going to try to force things to the leadership. These are people that they are the leadership of the party, and they think that they are not folding their arms, and they are not. They are not. In fact, after listening to the public secretary today, I was just like uh, uh, ashamed of myself on some things I was doing before. That we have to try to focus our mind on building this party, because these people will be laughing at us. They will be using it as a tool to even they will even using it as a tool as in mock us and say a whole lot of things that these people are not even serious. For us, if we want to win this election, we just have to put aside our own sentiments. We have to put aside our own agenda and focus on building the party. That is the first thing, because if we build that party, If we build that party, what if we build this party and your own candidate emerge as a flag bearer, and everybody now scatter? Maybe because we have created that enemy, that this person or nothing, and the other person that didn't get it and go again. Only you might not will not it will not work, because that is even the issue we had in 2023. If only P2B cannot do it, only Atiku cannot do it, and that is why we came to a coalition for us to make things work. Because these ruling parties is not just like they are ruling party that have that have brought the country as a one party state, and they are ready to do whatever they want to do to remain in power. Please, I'll end here that if we want to remain relevant, and also for us to win, not just only remain relevant, to win an election, we have to put aside all our irrespective agenda. We have to put aside all our um, differences and focus on building the party. Let's build the party so that even by June or July, when the flag bearer is announced, or when we now know the person, everybody will collectively support that person, because you build your house you don't build your home by scattering it. You build your home by putting things together. And when you put things together, you are building your home. And when you think that you have built that home and things scattered, it could be as a result of way your approach. It could be the way you spoke in the past. And anything that you said might not be, any word that you uttered on this process might not be taken away. It can always be there, and it can also be a point of reference to some people. You always use it against.
Yes, thank you for your contribution, Mr. Jake. You spoke beautifully. This is where we need to be to have moving forward, have discussions that will impact positively in ADC and the lives of Nigerians and what we actually need to do to see this country. The next speaker can go.
Can anybody hear me?
Um, it's supposed to be engineer. You can go.
Anybody hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you hear me? Okay. I think I was here even before the last speaker, but maybe I was not visible. But it's fine now. It's only my turn. Yeah.
It's not your turn.
Good morning. Good afternoon. Yeah, that's why I say it's not my turn. Not the issue. Yeah. Good morning. Good afternoon. Um, I must applaud the host for actually choosing this topic. On the previous video, yeah, I wanted to actually suggest this. I requested for the mic several times, and I was not able. But that's not a problem. And I think this is the conversation we need to be having henceforth. Let me be clear and blunt to all of you. I joined APC because of a particular person. Sorry, I say APC. Oh, help us on election
I
day.
have to say go for this one. Yes, so carry yourself.
Forbid. Please, let us be fast about this so that people know the difference between APC and believe me, I can't say it. But it's fine. God forbid, I mean. All right, I joined ADC, one particular and I started I started posting about it. So the fact remains that you cannot by attacking one particular person or by not attacking one particular person. You can only And that is why I'm, I'm support of this unity space and way forward. First of all, I will talk about the fault before I'll bring solution. I think all this started from the leadership, the people ruling us in our party, the people ruling us presently, the people, our representatives out there, they are actually not showing us the way, they're actually making it looking like it's a one-sided something, or the party was meant one particular contestant, one particular, and it's telling me that the party major leader, the chairman, the secretary, are paying debt to all these people. They are not calling their escorts or their executive to others. Because how will you tell me a, 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 a top ESCO or a top official in the party will go on national TV and cite one particular candidate? And how do you expect little people that don't even hold position not to do such thing? How do you expect
Sorry, engineer. Who is the leader?
a
Who is this leader? For national
oh
TV. Who is
can
the
I
ESCO?
can I call him?
Yeah, go ahead. Who is the
Can I
ESCO?
call
Who
him?
is the ESCO?
Of course, you can call him.
Okay.
That's why we are
Go
here. You
ahead.
can call him. So
No,
Go ahead.
I thought name calling is not
No, go
allowed.
ahead.
Um, they some what is it called? This man, Bolaji, they have gone on national TV several times and twist the story and spoke unprofessionally and spoke in favor of one particular side. You check some of his speech, you capture some of some words. And again, the last time that was last week or last upper week, Adamawa State ADC chairman was given a car gift by, I think, deputy youth leader of ADC. If I'm not mistaken, you can confirm that. Atiku sent him to give the state chairman a car gift, a car key. It was just like a slap to our face. We are trying to be different from others and look at what our
Mr.
leaders in the
Engineer,
country.
I think
Oh my
you
God.
have deviated from the
Oh
question
my
you were,
God.
because
Oh my God.
although I stepped away for a while and I just came back and I had someone tell you to call a name on this
What
on being in on the television space. Is that not?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I don't know how that shifted totally to where you are going now, because
Giving the car.
I think this we have addressed it before on the
if
space.
you listen to me
Engineer,
carefully, I said some of our party leaders started all
wait,
this.
engineer,
And I started
just
mentioning the things.
listen for a second. Listen for a second. You see, a lot of people are working, whether behind the scenes or even publicly, for the ADC, and there are some people that probably need help in making sure that ADC is being spread across, maybe through mobility or whatever. And before you speak on something, you must make sure you know the full reason why that thing happened, so that you don't talk entirely off, the discussion, and you just create a narrative that does not, paint the current reality. That is why we have tried as much as possible to make sure that everybody speaks on issues, speaks on why APC has failed us, speak on our unity, and try and avoid coming down on any opposition leader, or I said any of the leaders in the opposition and in the ADC, please. So just carry on with your submission,
Thank you.
as you were
Thank
before.
you very much. Thank you very much. I try to avoid all this. Try to avoid all this. In a nutshell, let me continue. Please, you actually distracted my head right now. Okay, it's okay. Um, what I meant all this work is that, in general sense, is that our party leaders, people that are representing us, the great party ADC currently, are actually not leading us well. They are being biased. And the party officials, the neck, the people, the party, let's say, top officials are
So
not
I
calling
think we
them
need to
to
take this
order.
guy down. This is
Wait,
not what
wait, wait,
we are
wait.
expecting. This
Let
kind
me.
of conversation
I'm
from
going.
me.
I'm going to engage because I want.
You
At
can't
the
take
end of the
everybody
day,
down.
when
Sorry,
we are
but
done, we have a clear understanding. You get, Mr.
Yeah, we can't take. Okay, let me see this budget. Let me see this. We can't take anybody down, my brother. And we are all adults. So far, we're not abusing ourselves, and we all have a focus. We're trying to come together. So when we take each other down, how do we come together? So that's the whole essence of the space. So please, let's listen to people. Let's get their opinion. We don't have to take anybody down. Thank you.
Budget,
And you see,
Yusuf,
since wait,
imagine, are we going to
engineer, before
continue?
you go, before you continue, let me say,
Are we going to continue like this?
engineer, wait. I said, let me speak, please. You see, a lot of people came to this place even when we started with different opinions, and they left with a unified opinion that the ADC is this. So we have to engage one another. And I believe we can all do that as long as we are not insulting one another. We are not, we are all grown men and women here, please. So, engineer, you see, you have an opinion and you feel maybe one or two people in the leadership of the ADC are biased due to not doing what you want as a, follower of the leader in the coalition. But
No, 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 no. As a member of ADC, please stop saying that.
okay, as
Please, I
as a
beg you.
member of
Don't do
as
that.
a member of ADC, so what is it that you feel needs to be done that is not done that made you come up with that solution? So let's have an understanding.
Sir, please. I believe this is not a question and answer. When I'm done, anybody can come and give their submission for Christ's sake. Please, please, I'm begging.
No, engineer. We have a yeah. No, in as well.
Engineer, you see,
Wait. I'm coming,
see,
please. We have a topic, yeah, because the fact about it
You're
is that we
confused.
are digressing.
No, 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 no. I'm speaking on the topic, sir. When I
Hold
finish
on,
speaking, you can correct me. You can.
engineer. Hold on. Okay. So let me first of all inform you that this space is recorded. That's number one. But I told you something.
No.
No, hold on now. I has told you something. Let me just come on this space and to you. Unnecessarily wait till when you finish. Somebody correct your opinion or idea. They will go home. They will go home with whatever it is you have said. I'm talking about the leaders are the ones causing the problems. I don't know what to examine by the leaders are the ones causing the problems. Whether we like it to an extent, the leaders have shown to us that they are united. It is really the leaders that have been divisive with our agenda. The leaders are, if the leaders have grievances, they will be together by by last week or thereabout. A whole thing I must have gone out and tell you, please, this is my people are not serious. Everybody who is always for us to go out and tell you these people are useless, they're not serious. People will go out there and tell you they are not serious. Have you heard any of such from the leaders? It is the supporters who think they have an agenda and are pushing based on what they feel is best. They are the ones causing problems. Instead of this,
You are getting my point wrong. You are getting my point wrong. I said
go ahead. Go ahead.
that is what I said. ESCO is the official in the party. That is
They
what
are
I
the
said. I did not
leaders.
see the
Now, who again?
leaders.
Who is the leader? They are all leaders now.
Okay,
Let's go are
okay.
leaders.
Yes, they are all leaders. Yes, they are all leaders. But maybe I am interpreting leader in different form. The leader I mean is just like the top people that you know now. They all the presidential aspirants and all the top people. That is who me I consider as leaders. But all those
Yeah, so
they
you're
are also
referring to
leaders.
the ESCO now.
Yes,
ESCO men.
yes, exactly. Let me continue, please. Please. If you want to say, you can just, except I'm going out of the topic, you can come into that, please.
Stop being the top.
Ah,
Please, I don't want to hear maybe 2 minutes or 5 minutes. You have taken so much of my time. All right, let's continue, please. As I was saying earlier, I said let us schools or officials of our party in order and tell them that they should be aware of what they send out there or what they present out there or how they speak out there. I get that from the supporters or from a normal member, but not from a school. Coming down to members level, I can say maybe as a beginner stage, you can face this challenge you are facing right now. You can face the challenge you are facing right now. That is why there is need for us to fasten things, for us to call for Congress, for us to call for things that will unify, do things that will unify us. Doesn't make sense if we are actually speaking different way. We can't actually win the incumbents. Can't actually win them like that. So we have to call for congresses, maybe host a space which maybe anybody that think the different faction on the party or different people, let's say the Tambua people, they can come on space as co-host. You can give one co-host, give the Erufai people, Atiku people, or people who co-host. You can swap speaker just to make sure that everybody's kind of along. And also, the party, all those leaders, like I've heard Peter Obi have called his followers to order. He said they should stop insulting people. They should stop doing this, doing that. If others can also call their followers to order, and so that we can be in one voice. It's not helping us. It's not helping us. We have to speak in one voice, no matter what on. That is why I have to still say, let us fasten the process. Let us fasten the process. I believe it will go a long way if we fasten the process. Things are not in order, but we believe in the party. We believe that with time, things will be in order, and all this noise we're having currently to subside. That is why I urge the party are choosing their their flag bearer. It should not be biased. That every way. When they present, or let's say in few weeks time or a few months time, if the party say, okay, this is the reason why we are choosing person, this person should be our flag bearer, and everybody know that, oh, this person worth it. Trust me, everybody, no matter who you are, except you are against the party, they will rally behind that person. This little issue we are facing right now, it will be little if the party are not and do the right thing. We are going to scatter, God forbid. ADC is going to go to 0 point, God forbid, if we did not tackle all these things wisely. So in choosing the leader, they should consider every angle, consider everything. Make sure that they are not biased. Make sure that you choose somebody that is able to win election, that is able to carry everybody along. In the south, in the west, in the east, in the north, anywhere. So with that, we are going to unify. As yesterday, we should also be holding like space like this and bringing others together. So budget, please keep what you're doing, keep it up. You can bring so many nice topics and nice things where we can actually host and talk together and discuss things and discuss way forward. Thank you very much. I don't know if you have a position in the ADC, you can actually take our feedback to them or anybody that's listening. Please, we want to remove the present party and make sure Nigeria is great. Please, we are into this together. We are
Thank
in
you.
ADC, and ADC will grow. ADC will move forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
So
And the
thank you
last,
for your
and the last
contribution,
point.
engineer. You see, uh, the ESCOs and the leadership of the party are doing so much. Of course, we all are human beings, and the expectations of some is not being met yet. But you have to understand that we are playing on a turf that is not fair with the way APC is playing currently. And we must also do and play our own role in making sure that we have a different platform that is not going to be what APC is doing, to make sure Nigerians will key in to what we are doing and the change we want to bring to them. So you have to also cut them some slack, and patience will be needed moving forward. They are doing, so much. We also have to play our own role to make sure that we change our current narrative. So thank you. The next speaker will be.
Sorry, but let me also add that so that the engineer,
Okay.
he said that he expects that the leadership should call supporters to order. I don't know if he has been following. American Wajuba recently announced his interest in the presidential race. And on that space, he called on everybody to, instead of attacking ourselves, we should be attacking the ADC. He emphasized on that space that he is shocked that youths, like people are supposed to be like minds in the ADC, are insulting themselves instead of insulting or attacking the APC. I don't know if you joined that space on that day. Recently, Atiku Abubakar released a tweet saying an attack on Peter Obi or an attack on himself is an attack on democracy and the Nigerian people and Nigeria itself. That instead, we should channel this attack to the sitting government. I don't know if you have been following. So I want to tell you, and I want to put it to you, that we do not have issues with the leaders of this party. The issues we still have today is within ourselves. And because we feel we know it more than our leaders, and we are giving our leaders cards to play, we are giving our leaders agenda we think should work. And if I disagree, I tend not to go with the other camp, and the other camp disagrees, I tend not to go with. Before you know it, insults start coming in. And again, some people now who are supposed to be supporters and then dragging insulting the leaders. That is the problem. The leaders are not your problem. We are the problem. So when we are able to put ourselves together and know what we are doing and support this cause instead of speaking as if we are now speakers of the APC, as if we are now holding brief for the APC, then we will know that we are ready and I want to take leadership from my own end. I'm not necessarily waiting for people to tell you what to do or what not to do. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Matthew, for your contribution. We'll have Mr. Afri Dominion. Then after him, we'll take a new queue. So if you want to speak, you should please raise your hand so that immediately after him, we'll take a queue. Thank you. Mr. Afri Dominion.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Budget, I thank you very much, Yusuf, Matthew. I thank you for giving us a very veritable platform for us to be able to express our political opinion, as it were. A lot of times, just recollecting the past is useless if it doesn't inform the future. And what I mean by that is that every single one of us, we know who we have in mind that should get the ticket. And a lot of times, because of the zeal that we have for our individual preferences, it becomes very difficult to temper our zeal with wisdom. And gagging speech, telling people don't say this or don't say that, or construing criticism, even if it's constructive, as an insult to a candidate. Some of us, where we come from, we respect age, but we correct elders very harshly if we think they're out of orders. Some of us will also have the mentality, where you're not allowed to correct an elder, even if you think they're out of line. So the job is quite easy. Ahmed Bola Tinubu is a peerless politician, very peerless, and he doesn't miss Nigerians for anything. When the US bombed Nigeria, he left on New Year's Eve to France. He was in France for about 2.5 weeks, then he headed out to Dubai. So as far as he's concerned, he's not worried about this election. He has INEC in his pocket. He has this Court in his back pocket also. So if we just concentrate on those two issues and come out and vote massively, maybe, just maybe, we might be able to get him out of Castle Rock. You see. But however,